Hey, it's Kaero. Welcome back to the channel. We're doing best of one. We're in Diamond 3, and I'm doing a brew tonight. It's Bant tokens. We've seen some Bant tokens builds over the past, like, I don't know, 6 months in Standard. It really came to fruition with wedding announcement and things like that. But this is a new build, and we have some new tech, so let me walk you through it. If you want to skip this, you can. Just go to either the scrub timestamps down below or the description to go right into the matches, and there's a deck list in the description. At the bottom, we have 4 Lunarch Veteran. When another creature comes in, we gain a life off of that, or when we disturb it, when another creature leaves the field, we gain a life off of that. We need that when we're fighting against soldiers and fighting against mono red. That's basically to keep a buffer of our life total, make sure that we don't just get burned out before we can accrue maximum value with our wedding announcements and our 2-drop token maker, which I'm about to explain here. 2 Spell Pierce. I find that in this meta, when somebody is casting a board wipe, which is the bane of this deck, whether it's Depopulate on turn 4, or it's Farewell on turn 6, or something else like Drag to the Bottom or something like that, they're usually tapping out. They want to do it on the turn that they can afford to do it, and Spell Pierce is a perfect counter for that. It's also a great counter for Invoke Despair in black for getting rid of your enchantments and all other manner of non-creature spells that are big and people tap out for. 2 Destroy Evil. Speaking of Sheoldred, we have Destroy Evil in here to either get rid of troublesome enchantments. Most of the time, we'll kill a Sheoldred with this because the Sheoldred's toughness is greater than 4 at 5, and also good for fighting mono blue for Haughty Djinn and Tolarian Terror and things of that nature. Intrepid Adversary is a good 2-drop 3/1 lifelink that we can use to buffer our life total and trade off with more aggressive decks. But we can also drop this on turn 6 and power up all of our tokens +2/+2 and get some lifelink and finish games out that way. One of the new pieces of tech in here is Skrelv's Hive. This is from Phyrexia. All will be 1. It's 1 white, 1 generic. Beginning of your upkeep, lose a life, get a 1/1 might that can't block with Toxic 1. Corrupted, as long as they have 3 or more poison counters, creatures you control with Toxic have lifelink. Now, these are the only things that we have in here with lifelink, but we have enough Anthem effects that our tokens become big, usually getting to at least 2/2, 3/3, 4/4 sometimes. So these mites can be really good aggressive, and then once they have lifelink, you're pretty much good in terms of, like, if you can keep all your creatures on the field and it be attacking with multiple 3/3, 4/4 lifelinkers each turn, it's very good. And the token generation doesn't stop, so it's constant value throughout the game as long as you can stabilize early. Protect the Negotiators is the perfect counterspell for our deck. We have 2 of these along with the Spell Pierces for any spell. It's 2 mana, kicker of 1, so if you pay 3 for it, you make a soldier, which adds to the count on this because it's made before the counterspell action has taken place. And you can counter target spell unless they pay 1 colorless for each creature you control. And usually we have like at least 3 or 4 creatures. When you get up to 6 creatures or something like that, this is basically a hard counter. Unless they're playing like a Fading Hope 1 mana spell on like turn 7. But this counters almost everything. It's also good on turn 3 for countering a Fable the Mirror Breaker. Say you have, something down, you don't have anything to play. Get rid of those key things. Rite of Harmony. This is one of the really, really good cards in this deck in terms of refilling your hand. It's deceptively good, in fact. So this is 2 mana, 1 white, 1 green for an instant. When a creature or enchantment enters the battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. So if you have 2 Skrelv's Hives out, those make tokens on your upkeep. You can set a stop before your upkeep if you have extra mana. Cast this, then the tokens come in, then you draw 2 cards, then draw your card for the turn, meaning 3 cards. If you have 1 Skrelv, it's 2 cards total. And then if you play, say you play a wedding announcement, after that, that's an enchantment that comes in. If you already cast this turn, that draws you another card. Then the wedding announcement makes another human and draws you another card. This Rite of Harmony spell in Selesnya colors in this deck can draw you more cards than most of the blue cards can, but it is situational. So if you have an opening hand with 2 of these and not much token generation, it's probably going to be a mulligan. But it's a very, very potent spell when you can use it. White Sun's Twilight. Double white X. New card from Phyrexia. All will be 1. Gain X life, which does matter. Create X 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature tokens with Toxic 1, and they can't block if X is 5 or more, destroy all other creatures. So we do have a board wipe if things go sideways. If they don't, we can just make a bunch of Mites, and hopefully they're 2/2, 3/3, 4/4. Wedding Announcement, not going to go into that fully because we all pretty much know Wedding Announcement by now. King Darien. This is a 3-drop 2/3 Anthem effect for all of your creatures, including your tokens. You can sacrifice them to make your creature tokens indestructible and hexproof till end of turn, and he, for 5 mana, can get a counter and create a soldier token, which I've actually never done that, but it is still a mana sink if you have nothing to do. Broker's Ascendancy, 3 Bant mana at the beginning of your end step, +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, and a loyalty counter on each planeswalker you control. For planeswalkers, we have 2 of them. We have the Wandering Emperor, All-Star of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Don't really need to go into it there. Other than the 2/2 White Samurais are frequently 3/3 and 4/4s. Ajani's Sleeper Agent. Often we have at least 2 or 3 creatures. So this is the best deck that I have found for Ajani, because Ajani's main problem is it doesn't do much if you don't have any creatures out. So you really have to plan and build around him. But we have so many creatures in this deck, and they're so expendable that Ajani always has a way to do his -3. And then +1, you're not going to really reveal Planeswalker, but revealing a creature like Intrepid Adversary or something like that, or even a Lunarch Veteran or Mondrak, and putting it into your hand is pretty cool. Speaking of Mondrak, here he is. Double white, 2 generic, 4/4 mythic rare. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many. Double Phyrexian white, 1 colorless. Sacrifice 2 other artifacts and or creatures. In our case, it's going to be creatures. Put an indestructible counter on him. Great for dealing with board wipes. Also, there's one match in here. Spoiler alert. We had Mondrak out. The game looked like it was very, very tight and we were going to lose. And we were able to cast White Sun's Twilight for 5, wipe the entire board, make 10 1/1 Toxic Mites, and then take a Ajani, put some counters on them, and they were all like 3/3s. It was an epic, epic moment. It's towards the end. Yeah, it was a really fun one. So Mondrak is very potent here. We have a lot of dual lands in here. Don't have much room for Mishra's Foundry. Don't have much room for Roadside Reliquary or things like that because our mana base is tight. We don't want to get into a situation where we have Broker's Ascendancy on turn 3 or 4 and we have a colorless mana only. So right now I'm only running duals. We do have 4 of Spar's Headquarters as the Triome. So that's it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for subscribing. Super chat, super thanks are open. Channel membership is open if you're interested in that. If you're a subscriber and you want to support monthly, thank you very much for doing that. No obligation. I'm going to shut up now and stop rambling. Thank you very much. Enjoy the game's deck list below. Have a good day. Opponent goes first. Lands, Rite of Harmony, Broker's Ascendancy. I don't know if we can keep this hand. Rite of Harmony does nothing for us on turn 2. Turn 3, Broker's Ascendancy doesn't do anything. Darian's not going to have anything to protect. Let's mulligan. Alright, 3 lands here. Seachrome, Addercar, Dreamroot can come down on 3. Harmony, Wedding, yeah. Let's just keep our token stuff and our White Sun's the Twilight because we only have 1 in the entire deck. Okay, no more lands. We're good. We're set on lands now. Misery Shadow. Alright. No pump action. So what's next? Graveyard Trespasser? Fleshgorger. That's annoying. It's gonna be hard to beat. Alright. Let's get a chump blocker down, at least for the Shadow, so we don't get pummeled for like 6 damage. I have a feeling, my friends, that we are going to be trying to stall out this board until we can White Sun's Twilight. That is a tough ask, because that is 7. Alright. Well, we are drawing the mana. Yeah. Darian. Kind of an awkward play. To just edict him. Alright. Alright, well, Ajani has to go on the menu, I guess. Just to take pressure off of us. Mondrock. Not a great pull for us. Alright, how far are we off? 5? 6? We're only 2 turns away from White Sun's twilighting everything. We're going to take that. If they pump the Misery's Shadow, we'll take 5.
Enough with this resistance. Your efforts are futile.
It's a headquarters.
Phyrexia.
That is awkward. We have 5, 6. If we draw that, then we have to wait an entire extra turn to do our Twilight, and I'm not sure that we'll have the time. I guess we want the guaranteed land. No attacks from us. Okay, it's go time. I think we have the power here to make 10, gain 5 life, create 10 mites. This could go from the worst matchup and basically the most hopeless game to the best game. We're just gonna find out, people. Ooh. Let's make some mites. Oh yes. Let's distribute some counters. And we do have... Oh yeah! Got there. That's Mondrock and White Sun's Twilight. That had me sweating a little bit. I was like, I don't think we're going to win this. But we did. Good game. Alright, opponents going first. We have a Hive, an Adversary, Wedding Announcement, and a way to protect all of our tokens. Pretty decent. Lunarch Veteran. Yeah, let's get you... Let's get you in there. If they do attack with the officer, I think I will definitely block just to stop the aggro of soldiers, because it is the most aggressive deck and the fastest deck in the format besides mono red. But see what they got. No attacks. Okay. I think they have the 1-mana exile spell, or maybe a Fateful Absence. Lantern Flare. X damage target creature, planeswalker. And you gain X life, X number of creatures you control. Cleave it for red. Interesting. Is this like a Boros soldier build? Alright, let's go here. Let's go here. Okay, they only have 2 cards left. Getting a little bit low on life, but not too concerned about it. In you go. I like that trade. They're going to flip the Brutal Cathar. So have to be a little bit careful about double spelling here. No need to double spell, just single spell. Let's attack in the air. And let it fly. Yes, got there. Interested to know what that deck was trying to do. It had Lantern Flare in it, so maybe it was like a Jeskai Soldiers build, some sort of experimental deal, because they did have blue here. Good game. Everybody get up. It's time to Bant now. Here we go. All right. 3 lands, Lunarch Veteran, Skrelv's Hive, and Wedding Announcement. Yep. This seems fine for an early start. We got some token generation. Ooh, an Ascendancy. That's nice. Alright. Get the Veteran in every time we make a creature or one enters the battlefield, we get to gain a life. Tablet of Completion. Tap it, put an oil counter. Tap to add a colorless mana, activate only if it has 2 or more oil counters on it. Right now it has 1. 1 colorless, draw a card, activate only if it has 5 or more oil counters. Alright. Spell Pierce, that's nice for stopping a board wipe. This looks like it's going to be a control deck for sure, right? So let's get Brushland in, get Skrelv's Hive down. Let the Lunarch Veteran eat 1 damage. So they can tap this, add an oil counter, they can proliferate another one onto it, and then it can boost their mana. So we do have a Spell Pierce here available. So next turn, probably doing another Skrelv's Hive plus holding up a Spell Pierce.
Bet you can't catch us.
Deserted Beach. Attack with the Veteran? I think so. Now, they're going to have something going on here. Turn 4 is huge, especially for these control decks. They have 5 mana now. So if they tap out 3 or more, excuse me, 4 or more for something, we can Spell Pierce that away. Want to kind of keep it for a board wipe. They're going to attack so they can draw a card off of Kaito. That's expected.
Thanks. I'll be taking that now.
I don't think they want a board wipe yet, though. So, I don't know. Esper, probably some more Planeswalkers in this deck. Tap it, another oil counter, so that way they can try to get up to 5. Sorin. What do they do here? They make a token. 2/3 with lifelink. Okay, we'll let that go.
Under my vampire will shoot you. Deal with this annoyance.
Keep our Spell Pierce up for things that matter. If we can get a bunch of tokens here, Sorin might not end up mattering. It would feel really bad to Spell Pierce Sorin and then get the board wiped and then have them play something else.
There's no secret I can't uncover.
You wish to know
There's the wipe. They did not see that spell pierce coming, baby. They left the planeswalkers kind of open there. They're like, huh? Spell pierce. That doesn't guarantee us victory by far. But, ooh, there's Mondrak. That's nice. So we send... Well, if we want to get lifelink on our tokens with the Skrulv's Hives, we need to deal poison damage to them. So we'll send a Lunarch Veteran. We just have to kill the Planeswalkers, man. Two.
Whoops, you caught me.
All right. So the only thing that we really need to be super concerned about here is a farewell. Exiling everything. We can kind of survive a board wipe. Because we can make Mondrak indestructible. We're at 12 life though, and we're losing 2 a turn. So we really do need to get these poison counters on them so they get lifelink. And white has a lot of exile, so Mondrak is definitely not safe. Wandering Emperor is still in the mix there, too. Yep. Dog. Five mana still available with the tablet. Vraska. Target creature becomes a treasure artifact, so they can do that with to Mondrak. Then what's our play? That would be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to come in with 2 loyalty counters. So if they do that, Vraska will be dead anyway. They can also proliferate their tablet. Okay.
Phyrexian life will rise from your corpses.
Oh, they did pay full price. Okay. Yeah. We'll just make him be a treasure, I guess. Okay. Ooh, Protected Negotiators. Hell of a pull. Alright, so let's make sure Vraska dies. Here and here. Here and here. Actually, I might have sent the toxic ones, more toxic ones, at their face and set the Ludark Veteran at Vraska. Just to get that life link. I don't think it really matters too much. We do have a nice counter, which is basically a hard counter. What are they going to cast that they're going to be able to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 extra? So we have like board wipe protection, basically. Okay. Let's draw a card. Veteran, okay. Only thing that could really kill us here, I think, is going to be a farewell, and we have a counterspell for that. Looks like they're trying to wipe the board here too, because they definitely would not have attacked. Yes. Do we kick it? No, might as well not. So they have to pay 8 here. Think we've got it. It's not over till it's over. Tap, oil counter, 2 mana left. Revelry, 2 blockers. So they can block the 4/4, 4/4, take 4/8. Yeah. We're good to go, fam. We're good to go. We have to be more dramatic. We are good to go. Got there. All right, good game. We're going first. 4 lands. One of them is a Triome. That's kind of good. What's not good is we have nothing till turn 3. If we can get these down on turn 3 and 4 and then Darien on 5, we're looking good with tokens if we're not interrupted. But our hand looks pretty exposed. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to try to keep this hand. This is totally a borderline hand. Like, this is probably a mulligan hand, I would say. Okay, there's a veteran. There's a start. All right. Let's do a brush land in case they Fading Hope it back. We can replay it this turn. If they don't do it on our end step. They do. Okay. They did it at the end of our turn, alright. Fair enough, fair enough. Mono blue. Get this down first in case they have a make disappear. We'll get this going. The cool thing is if they do tap out for like a Djinn or something, which I doubt they will because they're totally in like draw go, but if we can get these wedding announcements down, if we can go wide enough, we may have a chance against mono blue here. We can just gain some early, keep those tokens rolling. But if they have a couple of well-placed counters here, it's going to be a really hard matchup for us. There's a Delver, so we know for sure that they're tempo. 2 instants in the yard right now, so a Haughty Djinn would be a 2/4. Delver. Okay, let's try to bait them into blocking and using a slip out the back. So we'll do this. We'll go to attack. See if they block and like slip out the back to protect their Delver. Okay, here we go. Get this countered. This is going to be countered for sure. Yep. So that makes 3 instants in the graveyard. Delver, does it flip? It does. With a Consider. So the good news here is if they don't have a negate or Urza's rebuke or something of that nature, they're not going to be able to counter this wedding announcement. Because we'll have 2 mana. So Make Disappear won't work, Spell Pierce won't work. Terror. Well, we'll have chump blockers all day for that, I think. So I think we'll be okay. Let's get announcement going. Let's get Hive going. This could get Spell Pierce. Okay, no attacks. 2 enchantments that generate 2 tokens a turn. As long as our Lunarch Veteran is out, which mono blue doesn't really have hard removal, we could just totally run over this game. Their only chance here is just to like build up huge flyers. Tolarian Terror is not going to do much to us. We have Destroy Evil in here. We'll have to pay the ward costs for the Tolarian Terror, but that's probably best saved for the Haughty Djinns when those come out. If we can draw counter spells to Haughty Djinns, that would be good. Wandering Emperor can target the Djinns. We're good for now. No blocks. We need the Lunarch Veteran to gain us life. No attacks. Delver transformed with an Invoke the Winds. Gain control of target artifact or creature for 5 mana. Okay. Need to be aware of that. Hive, unfortunately, don't think we can do the Hive right now because we'll just die. So we're okay for now. No attacks. Generate 2, go up to 9. We'll block with the Lunarch Veteran on the Tolarian Terror this time. We'll get it back as a flyer. We'll disturb it back to be able to block one of the Delvers. Keep us alive a little bit longer. If they try to invoke the winds on King Darien, oh my goodness, we just sacrifice. Okay, we're not out of the woods yet, though. This will bring us to 3. Two, back up to 3. Another veteran. That's a nice pull. Can't attack with anything because we need the token off of this to gain us 2 more life. Okay. Now, we're at a point where we're wide enough that we're going to be able to threaten them here. If they attack with both of the Delvers, bring us to 2 life. They have 1 blocker. And then they just get hit on the back end, unless they have a March of Swirling Mist, something like that to phase out all of our stuff. In with both of those. Okay, we go to 2. Ooh, tension in the air. Our turn. Okay, we go to 1. Then back up to 3. Yes! Yes, we got there. Just for sake of argument, let's look at what we were going to be able to attack with here. So, we'd have a Might token coming with Summoning Sickness. There it is right there, gaining us back up to 3 life. Then we attack with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 4s, meaning 40. And they have 1 blocker. Even if they had a March of Swirling Mist, they could phase out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still take 20. Yeah. All right, good game. That's close. That was a good game. We're going first. 2 Spars Headquarters, Farmland, Atraxa Waste. This is the only land that we have that's untapped for turn 3. What does that mean? We're going to have to choose between getting a Lunarch Veteran down or a Skrulv's Hive. I guess what we'll do is we'll go Spars Headquarters, turn 2 Atraxa Skrulv's Hive, then turn 3 Lunarch Veteran and Hold Up Protect. That seems like the best play. I don't think we're going to miss gaining the 1 life off of Lunarch Veteran. So let's just get our tap lands down first. Of course, if we draw another untapped land, that's something. Alright, there's the Recruitment Officer. I'm second guessing getting my Hive down, because if they're super aggressive, we get Hive down. We take 3 damage if they have a Lord, 2 if they don't. We're at 18, then we start getting lower on life here. Okay, let's do it. Taking a little bit of a risk here, but I'm going to go Lunarch Veteran. Probably... Protect the Negotiators, counter the Brutal Cathar, whatever they're going to do this time. Siege Veteran, counter that. See if we can stabilize this. If they attack us, we go Intrepid Adversary, pump our whole squad up here. Wig Announcement. Okay. Attack you. Okay, 1 poison counter achieved. We need 3 to get life link for all of our toxic creatures. Let's go Wedding Announcement. It's not horrible. Skrulv. Mural is what we don't want to see. We don't want to see them have more creatures than us. Okay, we can cycle Spars Headquarters. Right now we can pump the whole squad up by make them all 2/2s. Attack in with 2 mites, lose 1 to the Sky Strike Officer. No attacks. We'll lose 1 to Thalia. Seems like a decent trade to me. Yep. Oh, Zephyr Sentinel. Turn that to hand, put a counter on the other one. That ended up being kind of a bad trade for us here. Alright, we're all in now. Cathar taking adversary. Yep. You know what we want now? Is White Sun's Twilight. That's what'll get us out of this. Cycle you. Mondrak. It's not bad. So much card draw coming off that Sky Strike officer. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. In with those. That's 7 in the air. We can't do anything about that. Our window is closing. Veteran, yes, that's a good one. Land. So we play Mondrak, we make 2 more tokens, we end up dying for the life loss. Soldiers, don't feel too bad about this loss because it is the best aggro deck in the meta right now. So we'll just give it the old good game, the old salute, and we'll see you next time on the ladder. Not bad. So that's it for the Bant Tokens video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed playing it. This deck is very potent. I've played about 20 games with it. I think it's like somewhere in the 75-80% win rate range. A lot of that was on mobile, so I don't have a way to track it. I was playing on my phone. But this deck is very potent, and the counterspells are a lot of fun in here because they surprise people. So if you can pinpoint the things that your opponent's going to play, like an Invoke Despair, Shieldred, Board Wipe for sure, and you can counter that, a lot of times it will just stop on their turn and the timer will go and they're like, oh, I didn't expect that to happen. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.